Hoy there, chummer, and welcome to The Sixth World, the show where we wade through a river of dreck to get at the chip truth of the Shadowrun universe. My name's Happy, and on today's episode we're going to take a look at the event that ushered in the Sixth World, the Awakening. Now, to say the early 2000s were tumultuous years would be a colossal fragging understatement. Dwindling resources, disease, and growing populations had led to civil unrest and warfare on a scale that hadn't been seen since the First World War. Megacorporations had begun to surpass the world's nation-states in both power and influence, and were well on the way to becoming sovereign entities in their own right. Chaos was the order of the day for much of the world's population, and many were convinced the end of the world was nigh. Now, Mother Nature would throw a giant can of gasoline on the dumpster fire that was human civilization in 2011 with a series of strange and seemingly unrelated events. First, mothers and doctors all over the world were stunned as unexplained genetic expression resulted in the births of the first metahumans, the Elves and the dwarves. Later that year, the Giant's Causeway in Northern Ireland would suddenly begin growing and stone circles would erupt out of the English countryside. Mystics and faith healers the world over suddenly reported their miracles actually working, sometimes on live television in front of absolutely stunned audiences. Creatures that were once myth and legend were found to be real and discovered in the countryside, and entities that people would consider angels and demons suddenly roamed the earth. In December, Daniel Coleman, the man who would later become known as Daniel Howling Coyote and the father of the Native American nations, would stage a breakout from the Native American re-education camp in Abilene, Texas. Terrified camp guards reported bullets bouncing off of Coleman as a strange glow surrounded him. The incident in Abilene would have ramifications that would reshape the entire face of North America and bring the world's only superpower to its knees, but more on that in another video, chummers. Now, the cherry on the dreck-filled cake that was 2011 came on December 24th in Japan. Hundreds of people on a bullet train would bear witness to the great dragon Ryumayo emerging from his lair atop Mount Fuji. Now, with the dragon's appearance, one thing was undeniable. Magic had returned to the world, chummers, and it brought all of humanity's myths and legends along with it. Strangely enough, it would be the great dragon Dunkelzahn who would attempt to assuage humanity's fears and explain just what the frag was going on. During an exclusive interview to the fledgling news station KSAF in 2012, Dunkelzahn explained that what was occurring was part of the natural ebb and flow of mana, or magical energy, in the world. We learned from Dunkelzahn that the world prior to 2011 had been locked in a kind of magical ice age. Mana levels were low, magic was difficult to work at best, and mythical creatures had either died out or, as with the dragons, entered a sort of hibernation. Dunkelzahn termed the recent spike in mana levels and the return of magic and mythical creatures as the Awakening, and the name stuck. So what was the Awakening? Chaos, destruction, fear. The world was irrevocably changed as the result of the Awakening. Many would not survive that change, and for them, the Awakening truly did herald the end of the world. But the Awakening also brought something else: hope. Magic made possible wonders that were previously the sole province of myth and fiction. For many, magic and the Awakening brought the hope that the righteous would finally have the power to change the world for the better. Of course, we know how that all went, don't we, chummers?
And that's the chip truth, chummers. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more Shadowrun content. Hit that notification bell so you will always know when I upload a brand new Shadowrun video, and until next time, remember to shoot straight and never, ever deal with a dragon.